just to remind you, I'll not be spending a lot of time on revision. That's my bad habit. So, future growth method we were discussing, and as you know, hope you remember that future growth method has a very different modus operandi compared to present growth method. And what is the difference between present growth and future growth method? Present growth method tries to find out the present growth of any future cash flows, whereas the future growth, as the name suggests, tries to find out the future growth itself at the end of the lifespan of the project. What will be the value of the project, or what will be the value of the cash flows, be it revenue, be it cost, what is its value at the end of the lifespan of a project? That's what future growth does, future growth method does. So two formulas again, just quickly look at the two formulas that we need to use, and they are on your screen. One is the upper one, the upper one, this one, and that is nothing but the compound interest formula that you already knew. And only difference is we have used different notations. Instead of A, that is amount, we have used FW. Instead of P, that is principal, we have used PW, that is present growth. Rest is same, 1 plus R by 100 whole to the power T. And the second formula is this formula, 1 plus R whole to the power T minus 1 whole divided by R. And these two formulas you need to use. Only these two formulas, if you remember, and that means eventually you need to remember only this formula, because this formula you already knew. Only this formula you need to remember. This is 1 plus R whole to the power T minus 1 whole divided by R, where R is the rate of interest. Small r is the rate of interest. So one last thing I'll say, that when to use which formula, and two questions we had solved. Question number 6 and 7 we had solved. And if you remember, what is the difference between question number 6 and 7? Same data you'll find 2000 rupees is same in both the questions, and same rate of interest 12%, same number of years, 5 years. Only difference that was there between these two questions is, in this question only a single 2000 rupees was invested, but in this question 2000 rupees was invested each year for the 5 years, for the next 5 years. So that's the basic difference between these two questions. So that is why two different formulas are used. So remember that this formula should be used in case you want to find out the future growth of a single amount. This formula should be used, and this formula should be used in case you want to find out the future growth of an annuity. What is annuity? Just the way this question is written. Same value gets repeated over number of years. Value means be it expenditure, be it revenue. You are receiving 5,000 rupees every year till next 10 years. What will be the future growth? This formula should be used. Correct. So that way. Now we have already solved the next question, and one last thing, single project decision rule, which is quite similar to the decision rule we had for single project under present growth method, and it is only differences here we are writing FW instead of NPW. So if FW is greater than 0, accept. If it is less than 0, reject. If it is equal to 0, depends on the investor. Now this question was the last question I was discussing towards the end of the last class, and I hope you remember 90,000 minus 90,000, it is the investment. Clear from the table that it is the only value having a negative sign, so it is the investment. The rest of the amounts that you see without negative signs are returns that you expect to earn every year. In the first year it is 15,500, in the second year it is 40,600, and in the third year it is 70,700. And when you try to find out, you see, look at the powers of each. Here it is 3, here it is 2, here it is 1, here there is no power. It will remain as it is, because the last one 70,700, your getting it at the end of 3 years, and the question is what is its value at the end of the 3 years. So 70,700 itself. So no change in that. And after calculations, you found 9187 is the value of FW, that is future worth. So that is why the decision rule says if it is positive, that can be accepted. So that is why always write your conclusion this way: since FW is greater than since FW is equal to 9180, which is greater than 0, this project should be accepted. And last thing I'll say, had you done it yourself, I would have given you better insight into this future growth method. But since no one is doing, so I'm helpless. That is why I could not provide you the kind of insight I am talking about. Okay. Now the next question, let us solve. Now from here on, let's proceed. Just a second. Okay. A participant is showing 15, including me. But after the class, when I'll check, it will be 70, 80. Okay, not a problem, not a problem. Okay, so now you see the same kind of question is given here in question number 9, but a bit of difference is there. And what is that? In the previous question, this question, let me again show you. This question, you see, returns are different for all the years. For the 3 consecutive years, the returns are not same. And that's the only reason why you could not use the second formula I was just talking about. Returns are different, so you cannot use the second formula. So just to make you try the second formula, the second question has been designed that way. You see, 0, 1, 2, 3. Cash flows are like this: minus 90,000, then 35,000 each for the next 3 years. So you expect to get a return of 35,000 in each of the next 3 years. And look at the solution. And I don't think it, and R is same, 12%. So look at the solution and you should find it absolutely easy. Only thing is 90,000, you see, since it is a single amount, I just what I was talking about, since 90,000 is the single amount, the first question will be, what is the future worth of 90,000 rupees that you are supposed to invest today after 3 years? What is the future worth? What is the value of your investment that you are investing today after 3 years? So single amount 90,000, that is why first formula has been used. No change in this. 1 plus 12% whole to the power 3, normal compound interest formula has been put, plus. But here what you find, the returns are same for all the 3 consecutive years. R1 is equal to R2 is equal to R3. And ideal situation to try the second formula. You see, 1 plus R whole to the power T minus 1 whole divided by R. So that's what has been done. That's what has been done. And another confusion might crop up. So that is what I'm saying. This power, where I have exactly put the highlighter, this should be 3. It's not like this should be 2. If you'll expand it, suppose you do not know the second formula, what you would have done? You would have done minus 90,000 plus 1 plus 12% whole to the power 3 plus 35,000 whole into 1 plus 12% whole square plus 35,000 whole into 1 plus 12% whole to the power 1 plus 35,000. Last one would have been as it is. But if you take the direct formula, you should be putting a 3 formula. This entire 3 years, so that is why it will be, the power will be 3 and minus 1. This again, it looks like as if 3 minus 1. It's not 3 minus 1. It is from the entire term minus 1. 1 plus 12% whole to the power 3 minus 1 divided by 12%. And look at the value. look at the value negative. Look at the value negative, minus 8,360. Minus 8,360. Now I can provide you the insight I was talking about. Now just look at, and now there should be no problem. Once you find the answer to be 8360 minus, so now you know what to do. You'll be rejecting this because as per the decision rule, this is a negative. So you will be rejecting this project. Now let us understand why exactly you are rejecting. The same way I had discussed in present oath method. Now look at this. Look at this and look at this. These two values, look at this. So just a second. अरे ये जा रखी है, अरे ये तो चला जाता है, ये रुक गया ऊपर, हद तरीके. Okay, now so why are you rejecting, or why did you get a negative sign, a value, negative value as FW? Now look at these two things. One is 1,18,090. The other one is 1,26,450. What are these? Anyone who can answer this? What are these? These two? Okay. Just respond with this. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now you need to understand. You see, you need to understand 1,18,090. What is the where from it came? It came from this. It came from this 35,000 times 3.374. 3.374 is the value of the formula 1 plus r whole to the power t minus 1 whole divided by r. So putting the values, and finally you got 1,18,090. What is that? That is the future oath of your return. This is your return's future value, 1,18,090. What is this? 1,26,450. That is your investment's present value. Sorry, future value. Your investment's future value is 1,26,450. Whereas the return's future value is 1,18,090. Return's future value means, it means receiving 35,000 after 1 year, receiving another 35,000 after 2 years, receiving another 35,000 after 3 years is same as receiving 1,18,090 rupees as a single amount after 3 years if the rate of interest is 12%. Correct? What does 1,26,450 stand for? I have already said that is the future worth of your investment. What does it again mean? It simply means investing 90,000 today. Investing 90,000 today is as good as investing 1,26,450 rupees after 3 years if the rate of interest is 12%. So what you have done, you have managed to take both your return and your investments to their respective future oaths. And on comparison, you find between these two that the future oath of your investment is more than the future oath of your return, or the future oath of your return is less compared to the future oath of your investment. That is a bad situation to be in, and that is only the reason why you got FW value in negative, that is minus 8360, and that is why you must reject this project. This project is not financially feasible as envisaged by future growth method. Okay, so that's how. Going to the next. Before that, I must delete this. Okay, so going to the next one. Okay, going to the next one is this one. 90,000. Oh, sorry. Huh. So you see, if you remember, I was telling you the same question that we solved under present growth method. The same question can be solved using future growth method, and exactly that has been done. So just showing the question. कहाँ गया वो क्वेश्चन रे? हाँ मिलेगा, बहुत दूर है, आ जाऊंगा फटाक से वापस. ये सवाल नहीं, ये वाला. Just look at this question. Look at this question, and same question is same 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 time periods. Cash flows minus 90,000, then 15,000 each for the next 7 years. R is 13%. Okay. Only difference is question would be, should this project be accepted based on FW, not PW? So remember the values. Minus 90,000, sorry, 90,000 is the investment, initial investment, and 50,000 is the return for the next 7 years. So remember all these things. Investment is 90,000, returns are 15,000 each in each year, and rate of interest is 13%. Correct. And number of years is 7. So let me go to the solution. Let me go to the solution. Okay. Now you see. Now you see. Two different for same question. Just look at the solution in case you understand, fine. In case you don't understand, you can ask. You see, for 90,000, the first formula has been used, whereas for 15,000, this second formula has been used, and rightly so, because 90,000 was a single amount, and you need to find out its future growth. So that is a minus 90,000 times 1 plus 13% whole to the power 7, normal compound interest formula. But look at this value, 15,000 times the second formula, because this 15,000 you are getting for 7 consecutive years. So that is why you can easily try the second formula. So look at the formula, 1 plus R whole to the power T minus 1 whole divided by R, where R is 13%, T is 7, and look at this, look at the values, look at the value, minus 55,695. Now I see, I don't guarantee that this answer is correct. Maybe there is while calculating, but yes, the formulas have been put correctly. The formulas have been put correctly. So you see, just a piece of suggestion, those who would be doing this, just please try it for yourself. Just solve it. You solve it on your own. So then you'll get some confidence. Only if you read it like, stories, you may not be able to do so. Correct. So, and that is why you see, that is why I'm missing my offline classes. Had it been offline, I think I would have explained it in a better way. But what can be done? So look at, but I assume, since you're not asking anything, so I assume you understand. You find it very easy. So look at two different formulas, and not without any reason. It makes sense. 90,000 single amount. You need to find out its future growth, so normal compound interest formula is used. But 15,000, it is a recurring return for 7 years. So that is why the second formula has been used. And you see, Answer is minus 55,695. I assume this is correct. I assume this is correct. So, and you know what to do. You'll be rejecting this because you got FW as negative value. So this project should be rejected. Okay. Now, mutually exclusive projects. Just a second. Just a second. 1 second. Okay. Now, mutually exclusive projects, and there should be no problem because we have already solved few questions on mutually exclusive projects under present oath method, and same questions you'll get, same decision rules you'll find. Only difference is instead of NPW, here you will be considering FW. That's the only difference. So mutually exclusive projects, you know, what does it mean? Simply speaking, it means you'll be dealing with questions that will involve more than one projects. And you know, there are two different types of mutually exclusive projects or multiple investment alternatives. One can be revenue based, the other one can be cost based. So for revenue based, I hope you still remember the decision rule for revenue based project. For revenue based projects, I hope you still remember the decision rule for present oath method, and the same decision rule is here. That is, the project with the maximum FW amount will be selected or should be selected. If it is a revenue based, the project with the maximum future oath amount should be selected. And if it is a cost based, the project with the minimum FW amount should be selected. So same decision rule, only difference, as I said, is here we are saying FW, not NPW. Correct. Now, let me show you the question. Same questions can be solved. So I had taken a shortcut in the class by giving the same question to solve. Not a problem. As long as you understand, then not a problem. This question, we had solved this question under present oath method, and we can solve the same questions using future oath method. Just let us look at the question and remember the values, and we will go to the solution. A, B, C, A, B, and C, 15, 20, and 16 lakhs respectively. That is the initial cost. Annual revenue, this is annual, har saal aayenge, 8 lakhs, 6 lakh, and 4 lakhs. And life in years is 15 years. Life in years is 15 years each. Correct? And rate of interest, let us look at 15%. The rate of interest is 15%. So let me straight away go to that method. Sorry, that question, that solution. So let us look at the question. Solution. 15, 20, and 16 lakhs was the revenue. 8, 6, and 4 lakhs. 15, 20, and 16 were the initial investments. 8 lakh, 6 lakh, and 4 lakhs are the annual returns. Rate of interest is 15% compounded annually. Number of years is 15. And now look at the solution. And you will find it absolutely easy. For 15 lakhs, 20 lakhs, and 16 lakhs, you see what formula has been used. 1 plus R whole to the power t, normal compound interest formula has been used. And the suggestion I used to give for present oath method, I'll also give the same suggestion. Once you executed this, let me bring the highlighter. not the highlighter. So once you calculate this, only this, once you compute this, whose value is 8.137, 8.137, you remember this value, because for B and C you need not repeat. So simply multiply 8.137. Correct. So that is why. And for a second formula also. But and the second formula, why this second formula has been used? Because 8 lakh is not a single time return, rather it is a recurring return. You'll keep expecting expect to getting this every year for the next 15 years. So 8 lakhs times the second formula. So again, the same piece of advice I'll give. Remember this value, 1 plus r whole to the power t minus 1 whole divided by r. Again, compute and remember the value, whose value is, you can see 47.580, and you can simply multiply that for B and C. Okay, so look at the value. 2 crore 58,58,500, 2 crores 58 lakhs 58,500 is the future oath amount of project A. And for B and C, ये सब आ गए उसके साथ, not a problem. 1 crore 22 lakhs 74,000. Just a second, just a second. 22 lakh 74,000 is the value for B, and same formulas have been used. You see, formula 1, you remember, and simply multiply 8.137 multiplied with 20 lakhs, because that's the initial investment, one-time investment, and 1 plus r whole to the power t minus 1 whole divided by r. Second formula has been used. Why? Because you keep expecting to get 6 lakh rupees every year, so for the next 15 years. So that is why you use the second formula, and look at the value, 1 crore 22 lakhs 74,000. And for C, it is only 60 lakhs 12,880. Correct? And okay, I forgot to say one thing. Like I've already said, just to remind you, the question we are solving is, we have already discussed that in present oath method. This is a revenue based question. Hope you remember this question that we just looked at the solution. That is actually a revenue based question. Correct. Hope you remember, because here revenue is dominating cost, because all these investments 16 lakhs 20 lakhs और क्या था 15 लाख जो भी था, that is single time investments, but this 8 lakh 6 lakh and 4 lakhs, these are annual returns. So that is why you find that revenue is dominating the cost here. So that is why this is a revenue based question, and revenue based question. So decision rule says for revenue based questions, the project with the maximum NPW should be selected. So you see, for A, it is 2 crore 58 lakhs 58,500, which is greater than that of MWB and MWC. So that is why do not write conclusions like this. A will be selected. Since for this revenue based, A is maximum, A will be selected. You write, since for this revenue based, A, FWA, not A, FW, future oath is maximum, A will be selected. Correct? Next question. Next question. Going to the next question is must be a cost-based question. No doubts about that. Okay. Look at the question. Should I show you the question? Let me show you the question. चला गया यही पे था. This is the question. This is the question, and the same question we had solved under present worth method, and the same question can also be solved using future worth method. Look at the question. Machines alpha and beta. Initial costs are 6,60,000, 8,20,000 respectively. Then annual operational and maintenance cost. Annual operational and maintenance cost. 50,000 and 15,000 respectively for alpha and beta. Life in years 20 years. Rate of interest 18%. So same question, is it a revenue based or cost based? And we have already discussed this. This is a cost based question. Why? Because for the simple reason that there is no revenue element here. There is nothing you can see which is revenue here, which is income here. Everything that you see, everything means these two columns, middle two columns, these are all cost of production. Sorry, cost. One is one-time cost, 6,60,000 and 8,20,000. The other ones, 50,000 and 15,000 are recurring expenditures. Every year you need to spend 50,000 till next 20 years for alpha. Every year you must be spending 15,000 for the next 20 years on beta. Correct? So that is why a cost-based, purely cost-based project. And let us look at the solution. Let us look at the solution. Let me show you. Okay, so this is the question. Look at the questions and solution. So 6,60,000, formula 1 was used, normal compound interest formula, 1 plus r whole to the power t. Why? Because, and another thing, you did not find any negative sign here. No negative sign, nothing. Why? Because this is a cost-based case, and that too purely cost-based. So the idea is to add these two. This and this must be added. Correct? So this and this must be added. So that's what exactly has been done. So no negative sign. These small things matter a lot because you apply the right formulas, you do everything right, but if you put a negative sign there before 6,60,000, the answer will be entirely wrong, and it doesn't make any sense also. So 6,60,000 times the first formula, 1 plus r whole to the power t, plus, now what was this 50,000? Annual operational and maintenance cost. That means every year you must spend 50,000 rupees for 20 years. So that's in an annuity. So you will have to use the second formula. 1 plus r whole to the power t minus 1 whole divided by r, where r is 18% compounded annually, t is 20. T is 20, and let us look at the value. That is, here it is 2 crore. 2 crore hai to? 2 crores 54 lakhs 10,780. 2 crores 54 lakhs 10,780 is the future worth of alpha. And future worth of beta, again, you see, always do this to save your time. Always do this. The first one, you take the formula and find out the value. Remember the value, and for the second one, you will not do anything. You see, the first formula's value is 27.393. The formula 1 value is 27.313 and second formula's value is 146.628. Consider up to 3 decimal point at least. You can consider up to 4 decimal point, but at least consider up to 3 decimal point. Do not consider up to 2 decimal point. Correct. So because books don't do it. So you better, as I said, either take up to 4 decimal point or up to at least 3 decimal point. Now look at the second one, 8,20,000. Again, the first formula has been used. Since you remember the value already, simply multiply 27.393 plus and no negative sign for the same reason. You are merely adding up, and 15,000 is annual operational maintenance cost. Every year you must spend, so that is why simply multiply that with second formula and look at the value. 2 crore 46 lakhs 61,680 is the future worth of beta. So look at both the values and compare. 2 lakh 54,000 10,000 to 2 crore 54,000. So 2 crore 54 lakhs 10,780. 2 crore 46 lakhs 61,680. And this is a cost based case. This is a cost based case. So that is why write your conclusion this way. Since for this cost based case nahi likha hai, likho, since for this cost based alternative or case beta is minimum, don't write beta, FW beta is minimum, beta will be selected. Correct. So this was a cost based, so the least value should be selected, and out of these two you see alpha's FW amount is greater than beta, so that suggests that beta will be more cost effective because this is a cost based project. Okay. Thank you for the day. This much for today. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.